So you're feeling overwhelmed. I get it. I used to struggle with overwhelm and anxiety, what felt like all the time. And then in my coaching practice, I discovered an exit ramp from overwhelm. And it's a simple 4-step process. That's what we're going to share in this video. I can't wait to coach you. Let's dive in. Hey guys, I'm Trish Blackwell, your coach, your confidence coach, and the founder and the mentor in the College of Confidence, which we call the most encouraging place on the internet. Now, step number one, when we're talking about overwhelm, is to write it down. What I mean by that is sometimes when your brain is going a million miles a minute and you have convinced yourself that it is too much to handle. And what's interesting is if I were to ask you, well, what's making you feel overwhelmed? You might just simply answer everything. And that's what the brain offers. When it's in a state of overwhelm, it goes into a place of confusion. And a place of confusion is a very hard place to have peace and clarity. A place of confusion feels like a place of chaos. So step number one seems so simple, but it is powerful. And that is to take a pen and paper and write down why you're overwhelmed. So at the top of your paper, write the question, why do I feel overwhelmed? And then underneath, write a very simple thought. I am afraid that I'm not going to be able to get everything done today. I can't decide which type of deck furniture to buy, and so I don't know what to do. I'm worried that my child is feeling insecure and I'm not parenting them well. I feel socially vulnerable from something awkward I said yesterday. I have so much clutter in my pantry that it bothers me every time I open the door. I'm behind on life. Write them in a simple sentence, and you'll be amazed at what happens when you breathe that out. You write it down and you go, oh, that's what I'm thinking. Because overwhelm is a feeling caused by your thoughts. So first, we've got to write it down. Let it out of your brain, off of your shoulders, put it on paper. Your paper is your friend. So do a big exhale and write it exactly why you are overwhelmed. Probably 5 things. Now you might be thinking in your brain, it's 15 or 20 things, but when push comes to shove, when you do this exercise, you'll find it's typically just 5 or 6 things that expand in your brain and feel like they're taking over. So write it down. Number 2 is super simple. After you write it down, I want you to breathe for 10 breaths. Look at what you wrote on paper, and give yourself permission to breathe. This whole exercise, by the way, when you're feeling overwhelmed, should take less than 3 to 5 minutes. Because here's the lie that overwhelm tells us. Overwhelm tells us that we don't have time to even manage our thoughts, that we're so behind in all the things. And so it's really important to me that you know this entire video is longer than the process it takes to do the overwhelm detox, to know how to talk back to your brain when you're feeling overwhelmed, to get out of overwhelm. So breathe for 10 counts. Now, if you're in a rush, do 5. Okay, just breathe. Let your overwhelmed thoughts be on paper, and this breath is going to give you a place of separation from those. Those are no longer consuming you. You have written them down. You've told your brain it's okay. We don't have to worry about forgetting them. They're here. And you're giving your brain some new space to breathe. Okay, our third thing, once you've written down the exact sentences, the exact reasons that you're feeling overwhelmed, and then you've separated yourself with some breath, it's time to speak words of life to yourself, to have a powerful affirmation. Before our final step, just 1 sentence. And here are a couple suggestions, just something that would, almost as if I'm in the room with you going, you've got this. Here are some things you can say. I can manage this. I can do hard things. Here's one of my favorites. There's always a solution. Another one of my favorites is, I'm really good at getting a lot done faster than most people. I've got this. I'm good at making decisions. Or how about this one? Just take the next step forward. Just take the next step forward. Another one that I love to use is, God's got this. God's got this. Just take the next step forward. Okay, our fourth and final step is to talk back to the overwhelm. So on your paper, either to the side of it or underneath those overwhelmed thoughts you put down, you are going to answer them back. So let's go with my example of maybe you're picking an outfit, or you're picking out which school did you go to, or you're picking deck furniture, or you're picking what carpet to put in your house, and the decisions are overwhelming. Or you're at dinner and you're going, I don't know what to pick, but right? Like our brains go and it really builds mountains out of sometimes what are molehills. But with that example of a decision and that's overwhelming you, we can talk back to it by simply saying, I'm good at making decisions. I love the decisions I make. I have good style. I'm good at making decisions. Or whatever decision I make, it's going to be good. Whichever school I choose, I'm going to love it. We can decide that we're good at these things. So another one would be maybe if you're concerned and you're overwhelmed about something, about someone you love, your child, your spouse, your parent. So to answer the overwhelm of, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to help this person, I can't fix them, is today I will love them. Today I'm going to deposit love into their internal bank and let them know that I care. And that's enough. You see how we take what we've dramatized and we reduce it down to, what can I do today? And that's the key. Overwhelm, when we indulge in overwhelm, we are drinking the drama. And when you talk back and you follow this process of writing it down, separating yourself by breathing, saying an encouraging word of affirmation to yourself, and then answering back the overwhelm, you are refusing to drink the drama. We are de-dramatizing the overwhelm. And when you de-dramatize the overwhelm, it goes from feeling this big and this hard to being really much more manageable. And when it's more manageable, you start sooner. You don't procrastinate. You feel capable. You feel confident, and you take action. And you take action, you get the momentum. The momentum will build upon momentum. And the beautiful thing happens. You don't feel overwhelmed or stuck anymore. I hope this was encouraging to you. If it was, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you are ready to give this a try in your life. And again, remember, it takes 3 minutes, 3 to 4 to 5 minutes. If you love being encouraged, you know where to go. Subscribe to my channel, but more than anything, I actually want you to go check out my podcast, The Confidence Podcast. It's one of the top podcasts in the personal development space on iTunes. We have almost 500 episodes, and there will always be a word of encouragement for when you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or just self-doubting. The Confidence Podcast is the place to go. I'll make sure the link is in the notes in the comment section, and I can't wait to see you there. If you're already a podcast listener, let me know. I'd love to say hello. All right, guys, till the next video, you can do hard things, and you're doing so much better than you think you are. Overwhelm will keep you from taking action. So be proactive about poking holes in your overwhelm so that you can show up powerful, actionable, and proactive and intentional with your life. Because your life matters. The impact you are meant to make in this world matters. It's up to you to show up for it.